Hi everyone, it is me, Lyric Soul Tarot here, and I'm going to be doing a hashtag video response today. This one is hashtag 17 witchy questions tag. So if you see me looking down here, that is where all the questions are. And if you see like weird smoke over here, it's my incense. Excuse the mess, you can probably see the boxes here. I'm in the process of moving, so very stressful. Also, I'm peeling. My sunburn is peeling. Ooh. Let's talk a little bit first before I get into this tag. So I said that in my last video, I said that I was doing field work and stuff like that. And I'm going to be filming a bunch of hashtag video responses today because yesterday the high got up to 99 degrees Fahrenheit, and the humidity was like around 50 something percent. So I was outside in that all day. I got home and I got so sick. So I actually had to not go into my field school today. I took the day off just to rest and recuperate. And I felt guilty for doing that. But my body needed to rest. So that's why I'm home today, and that's why I have all this time now to record all these videos that I've wanted to record. So if you see me wearing the same thing in multiple videos, that would be why. Sometimes I'm just too lazy to change. So, okay, enough of that nonsense, let's get on with it. Question number 1. When times get tough, do you fight or take flight? I guess it would depend on the circumstances. I would like to say 8 out of 10 times I fight. I fight real hard. I'm a fighter. I'll go at you. I fight. But if it's something emotional or something, I don't know, like deep and heavy and stuff like that, I flight. Don't want to deal with it. I flight. So yeah. Question number 2, is there a certain color you connect with? I am super drawn to pastels, mint, like pastel mint green, lavender, baby pink. I really connect with pastels. They make me happy. They just improve my mood. So I would have to say pastels. But also that like really rich peacock blue. I really connect with that color as well. So, but mostly pastels. I have like 2 or 3 Pinterest boards just dedicated to pastel things. Question number 3. So what is your sun, moon, and rising? I love talking about this. Love it. It's fun. So I'm a Capricorn sun. So there's that. And then a Scorpio moon. And Cancer rising. So I'm a hot mess and I don't know what to do with myself. It's fun though. Keeps things interesting. I don't know which is more dominant because like I'll read like horoscopes things and astrological things, and it's like I don't fully identify with my Capricorn self, and I'm like not that harsh, I don't think. And then I can definitely see Scorpio moon, okay? So that didn't surprise me at all. And then my Cancer rising, I think my Cancer rising and my Capricorn sun kind of conflict a lot. I'm very emotional, but also I hate being emotional. I'm a mess. I recently watched Samantha Menzo's video. That's actually how I found this tag. And she has this really neat tattoo of all her houses from her astrological chart. And I love that idea, and I'm totally stealing it. I'm not going to get it here because I already have something right here. But yeah, I'm stealing that idea for a tattoo because I love it. It looks so cute and it's so personal, and I love it. But anyways, that's beside the point. So question number 4. Something you would change if you could. Self, the world, or magically? Yes. 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 I would change all of it. I would change the world, because when you change the world, then you change, well, I guess, yeah, I would change the world. I would make it more accepting. Can I do that? Can I please do that? Question number 5. Are you passing down your knowledge to the next generation? If so, in what way? No, I don't think I am. Unless you count me getting my friend who is younger than me, a tarot deck. That would be the only thing I could think of. And that's not really knowledge because she's Capricorn too, so she thinks she knows everything about it already. I can't even be mad because, like, I'm a Capricorn and I understand. But I am kind of mad because, bitch, let me teach you. But other than that, I don't think so. Unless you count my YouTube channel and my Instagram posts and stuff like that. Yeah, nobody listens to me. Even if I had, like, wisdom and advice to give to people, they never listen to me anyways. So if I did pass down my knowledge, it's not like anybody would listen to me. Not that I'm bitter. Alright, let's just move on. This video is a hot mess, but question number 6, ancestor connections. Who's coming through? So I haven't really done a lot of ancestor work. I lost my grandmother, who I was extremely close to, in 2010, suddenly, to cancer that we didn't know she had until like 3-4 months before she died. It was really fast. So I wouldn't say afraid to do ancestor work, but also I don't know if I could handle it yet. Just being completely honest, like, we were so close. I was closer to her than I was with my mom, than I am with my mom. Yeah, so I'm kind of hesitant to do ancestor work, but I have had dreams where she has been in. I've had quite a few dreams actually since she's passed that she's been in. I'll have like maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 a year. I pay attention to those dreams more than I would just like a random dream that I have. So I guess if you count that, then that. Yeah. Question number 7. Do you prefer to do magic with others or by yourself? So Sammy said that she's an extroverted introvert, and I'm the same way. I use the term ambivert. I am very solitary. I'm very introverted, but when the situation calls for it, or when I feel I have to be, I can be extroverted. It just takes a lot out of me. So I do need that period of introversion after, is that a word, introversion? I don't think that's a word. But I do need that like alone time. I need that just like time to myself after being so extroverted, just to recharge. And yeah, that's why I'm happy I actually get the apartment to myself today. My roommates aren't here. I can breathe. I can relax and I can recharge all by myself, and it's very needed right now. So back to the question at hand, I prefer, it depends on what kind of magic it is. I do prefer feeding off the energy, the magical energy that other people brings to the table, but I also like to do magic by myself, only because I know I can trust myself and I know where I'm coming from, and I can deal with myself better than anyone else can. If that makes sense. So question number 8, do you feel there is only one type of meditation? No. A lot of people think and subscribe to the belief that meditation is only sitting quietly and sitting on the floor with your legs crossed going That's not the only type of meditation. There's a bunch of meditation that is not, I used to do that type of meditation religiously, obviously, but I don't anymore, only because I don't have the time, and I could probably make the time some days, but I just found different ways of meditating that work for me better, to connect to myself, to connect to the energies of the world and whatnot. So short answer, no. Question number 9, what's your favorite flower and why? Anything but roses. I don't like roses. Wow, I knew this question was coming, but I didn't really prepare. I like lilies. I think those are pretty. Lavender. Oh, I love lavender. Let's go with lavender. Let's go with lavender. I also like Edelweiss. That was me and my grandmother's song from The Sound of Music. The Edelweiss song was our song. So, and then when she was 100% German, immigrated from Germany when she was young, and so she had an Edelweiss pin that I took possession of after she passed. So I would say the Edelweiss and lavender. And why? Well, the Edelweiss explains why. And lavender, I just love the color. I love how it's pretty, and I love how it smells, and it calms me. And I need as much calming as I can get. Question number 10. Have you tried a new form of divination this year? I would say yes. I have gotten into oracle cards again. So I've been trying to do that. I'm used to just me and oracle cards, man. I'm gonna make a whole video just dedicated to that, I swear. But yep, I would say oracle cards, and that's really the only new thing. I mean, I've tried it before, but it's been a few years since I've previously tried them. So what is your favorite way to question number 11, what is your favorite way to connect to the elements? don't really have a favorite way. I live right by Lake Michigan, so when I want to connect to water, I go there. I sit there for a while and just, you know, stare at the lake. So that would be water. That's my favorite way to connect to water. Or when it's raining, I'm really like connected to thunderstorms. The raw energy that I get from a storm coming in, oh, it just makes me feel so alive. I love it. I'm so connected to that feeling, but that's not really the question here. But anyways, for air, love clouds. I am obsessed with clouds. I take pictures of the sky whenever, well, I used to. I don't anymore. I don't have time anymore to do anything. So that's how I used to connect to air. I still love the clouds. I still love the sky. I still stare at it. From time to time, I'll just be like, like my brain gets to turn off and I get to connect to that. So I like that. And then earth. My least favorite way to connect to earth is to dig in it, because that's what I've been doing all summer for field school. So I think I'm pretty connected to the earth and I don't need to connect to it anymore, even though I'm Capricorn. But my favorite way would be there's a huge park in my town, city. That's actually where we're digging for field school. But I mean, it's a huge park. There's like tons of paths and you can drive through, and it's got bridges, it's got creeks. So that would be where I would like to go. I like to go to connect to earth. Like I said, I don't need to do that anytime soon. I am getting all caught up on connecting to earth, and I think I'd be good for a year. Me and earth, we're real connected. As are me and the bugs. Question number 12. Tea or coffee? Tea. I drink more tea than I drink coffee. My favorite is Earl Grey and Darjeeling. Those are my favorite teas. But I do like French vanilla coffee. It's real good. Question number 13. Do you come from a witchy family? Do you feel that bloodline is important, or does it matter? So, yes, kind of. Not from my mom's side, but from my father's side. I've heard stories of my grandmother on my father's side. I've never met her. She died before I was born. But I've heard stories about her and how she was witchy, and how she had this connection to spirit and the earth, and just some really cool stories. So I don't know much about that side of my family, but what I do know is about her, and it's about how she was witchy. And I don't believe that bloodline is important. I think it helps in connecting to that part of yourself, only because if you're more likely to have people help guide you in that. Like I said, I found it on my own. But it doesn't matter, but it helps if your bloodline is witchy. So, and if they're in tune with it. With my best friend, her family on her mother's side is very connected, and they have gifts and stuff like that, and my friend is in tune with it, but her mother and other women in her family on that side don't want to acknowledge it. So it's helpful if you have someone who's in tune with it and is willing to help you, but it's not important. That was a really long answer. Question number 14. List 3 of your favorite YouTube channels. I just did this on my previous video, which I will link above. not much has changed in the day that I've done that one. So question number 15, what is your favorite witchy book? I haven't read a book for pleasure in 50 years. I'm a history major, so I read so many books during the semester, and every summer I'm like, oh, I'm gonna catch up on my personal reading. But the summer is time for me to rest my brain, and so I never do. So I don't know. If you have any favorites or any good ones, recommend some down below. I'll check into them. But off the top of my head, I have no idea. Number 16, an herb you haven't worked with yet. I was watching Sammy's video and she said mugwort. I think that's what she said. I was right. It was mugwort. So, yeah, she was explaining the properties of mugwort and like how it's worked with her. So I would say that sounds very interesting too. Last question. We got there. Question number 17. What are your goals for next year? I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I would say I want to learn how to, not learn, but I want to be better at reading intuitively, reading my tarot intuitively. So I would say that. I also want to work more with Oracle. I got these 3 decks and they're lovely. I just haven't had time to work with them yet, so maybe that. I also want to get into crystals more. I don't have any crystals at the moment. I used to have a little bit of a collection, but that was years ago. So I want to try to get into more crystals. I can't really think of anything else. So those would be my goals for next year within this context. I have a lot more without this context, or outside of this context. So yes, thank you for bearing with me if you've watched this far. This video is a hot mess and it's gonna be fun to edit. So that's it. So thanks for watching. Down below I will link Ravenflower's original video to this hashtag if you guys want to try it out. And that's about it. This was really fun. So I will see you guys later. Namaste. I don't know why I waved at the end. Oh. I have this propped up on my computer and I'm sitting here moving my mouse to turn the camera off, but it's on my phone. Oh, I need a nap. Are you serious right now? I don't even know what the fuck that was. My fist is gonna connect to somebody's face in a hot minute. What the frick?